From the second I met Kerley, I was captivated about her thoughts on life. I was hooked. She has an inner yogi, and she's been drip feeding it to me for the past 9 months.
Harrie's brain is wired for logic. He's a problem solver. To him, being spiritual is simply being gullible.
I can't help it. My brain is just constantly analyzing and picking apart every tiny thing, whether I like it or not.
I wouldn't change anything about Harrie, but I think opening up to a little mysticism would be good for him. And that brain of his. So that's why I'm sending you on a spiritual quest across India.
My enlightened girlfriend has sent me on an unusual mission into the madness and beauty of northern India.
There's another example of what makes India so great.
To seek out the spiritual world through people, places, pilgrimages, and the peculiar.
There it is, White Rat. You see it?
Yeah. And a few non-spiritual adventures, Kerley wasn't planning on this trip. There'll be some amazing highs.
You just feel really alive.
And some dreadful lows.
The water's coming in.
How can I be a good person if I don't see that there's something bigger?
But it's all to see if I can make some of these namby-pamby life lessons sink into my logical brain.
One of the reasons why I've never traveled to India before is because I think there's this expectation that when you go there, you're going to come back a more spiritual person and an enlightening being. And I don't know, maybe I'll be surrounded by all these people who ask me these questions about my most deepest desires and most profound wisdom and how that relates to the cosmos.
Spirituality to me is just a belief in something bigger than ourselves. It's beyond the physical, it's beyond what we can touch. And for me, it leads me to the sense of transcendence and profound connection to the world around me.
Starting to get a bit worried and apprehensive about the expectations that Kerley has from me when I return back from India and who I'm going to be at the end of this trip. But I guess I'm only going to know and find out once I go there.
I hope everything is going well and you got on your flight all right. And who knows, maybe you'll be connected to your third eye with a little bindi on your forehead by the end of the first day. We'll see.
When I think of India, I immediately picture the Taj Mahal. I mean, just look at it. Yes, and I know it's not the spiritual epicenter of India, but it is the world's most extravagant love letter carved in marble. And to be honest, I kind of see me being on this journey as a bit of a love letter to Kerley. So I thought it'd be a great place to begin. Built by Emperor Shah Jahan for his wife Mumtaz Mahal, this symmetrical masterpiece is less of a mausoleum and more of a mic drop. In any case, it was just so nice to get a peaceful moment inside the Taj because outside in Agra on the streets, it's pretty mental. Cycling rush hour was treacherous.
It's intense. Right.
And the traffic and beeping was just constant. Even the kids had lost their minds.
Okay, bye-bye.
But there was this amazing energy, so if Kerley wants me to get stuck in, then I'm getting stuck in.
Morning, babe. I hope you enjoyed Agra and are feeling well rested, because the real spiritual excursions start today. So enjoy the local bus experience to Jaipur. It's only 6 hours, and I'm sure you'll make some friends, because when you arrive, you're going to be meeting lots of very important spiritual beings. In fact, I'm sure it will be a very moving experience. Chat when you get there.
Cows? Why cows? You know I'm scared of them.
Because in India, cows are secret because of their association with Hindu deities like Krishna and their symbolic representation of nonviolence, sustenance, and motherly compassion. They're milk givers, baby.
I'm not sure what this has to do with learning to be spiritual.
Well, taking care of cows in India will teach you lessons of humility, compassion, patience, selflessness, and the sacredness of all life. This will deepen your connection to nature and the divine. I promise.
To be honest, Kerley is right. Cows are ubiquitous in India. They roam the streets, stop traffic. They're horny celebrities, which is not so great for me because I am quite scared of them. Okay, here we go. Oh, they're fighting. But I'm hoping my visit to Hingonu Goshala, India's and quite possibly the world's largest cow sanctuary, might quiet both my fear and my mind.
It's all about Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna.
Okay.
Have you listened about?
Only small bits, not like the whole story, not the whole story yet. So I would love to learn.
He loves cows.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great story about Lord Krishna. He loves cows very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lord Krishna and cows then. Much like humans do, Lord Krishna fell in love with cows because he felt close to them. We're going to see the babies! He was a part of the ancient cow-herding Yadava race and would run barefoot through the fields just to hang out with them. And maybe that's the point. If I intentionally value something, then I recognize that I am now connected to that thing. Maybe that's why the yogi's favorite saying is, "We are all one." Okay, cows, it's time for a bonding experience. These ones I'm not so scared of. These seem quite nice. So, yeah. How do you feel when you see a cow?
I feel very emotional when I see any small cub and any cow. Feelings are very precious about that.
And Anurag isn't the only one. Orphan calves and injured adults are collected by volunteers, and they're estimated to have over 80,000 cows currently on site. Farmers from far and wide donate tons of their crop to feed the animals, which means they have a varied diet and end up living a long and healthy life. You know the old saying, you are what you eat. And no cow product is gone to waste. The dung is transformed into candle holders for the festival of light, Diwali. In the Hindu tradition, the flame of the candle or diya represents the inner light within every person. This inner light is believed to help dispel darkness, ignorance, and negativity, leading individuals towards enlightenment, wisdom, and purity. In the words of Jeff Goldblum, that is one big pile of The rest of the cow dung is used to make biogas and fertilizer. They also have a milking station at the site, creating other dairy products and that mysterious Indian curd. This is good. Oh, in India, curd is yogurt. Yes. The biogas, along with the other products, is then sent to over 100 schools to provide the children with free meals. Women also make up 80% of the workforce, as they are seen as better fits for motherly creatures. Men are too... We don't do a good job, no.
Yeah, let's compare.
And these women are grafters, working hard in both the dry season and the rainy season. Thank you. Thank you. And even at the end of the cows' lives, they are cremated, with their ashes spread on the ground, restarting the cycle of life. I mean, if spirituality is about zero waste, then I'm definitely on board. And for the cows, well, they've definitely got a friend in me now. But for the spiritual stuff, you think I have hope for me?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
The next day, Kerley told me to head into the centre of Jaipur
That metro just cost me 10p.
because she said she had an activity blending both spirituality and science.
Just stumbled into a famous site. This is one of the things I love most about India. It's just its use of colour, its use of architecture. It's so detailed, it's amazing. Yeah!
The Janta Matar is the largest and best preserved astronomical observatory in the world, and I know that Harrie loves space. Built in 1734, I'm told it bridges the realms of science and cosmic contemplation. And at the core to being spiritual is believing in something bigger than yourself.
But it seems to me that spirituality can make links to things that don't actually need it. For example, this is how I was imagining the summary of Jantar Mantar. So these instruments were designed to observe celestial bodies, which shows a deep respect for the rhythms of the cosmos, which have long been tied to both spiritual and astrological practices in India. So one thing that a place like this does is ask us to reflect on our place within the vastness of this universe. I mean, it's kind of what separates us from other creatures anyway. But now it blends scientific inquiry with that feeling of divine order and cosmic harmony. And maybe that's how I need to see it. Maybe it's not replacing spirituality for my scientific mind. Maybe they can coexist together and have a blending of the two. But this is how it really went. Can I ask, is this also like a quite spiritual place too?
None.
Definitely puts a plug in my thinking about this place. The tour is really weird. It was a really sweet guy that led it. I couldn't really understand him most of the time.
In evening, middle, there's a house. Best complete one dish.
And that's not because of his accent or anything. It was just because he was quite mumbly.
This is model, your date of birth. But to 12, 12 to 6.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure if he was drunk or not.
This is the model. I like Randall.
But I think he's been doing it since 1976, so I think he's on an autopilot.
Come and have a look. Horoscopes.
But yeah, needless to say, there was no spiritual feeling that I got from that place. Certainly, he didn't get any.
Understand, Maharaja?
Understand?
Well, you can't win them all. But Kerley has said that having a dip in this next place will prepare my mind for the spiritual journey ahead.
Welcome to Pushkar, and your final destination of your first week in India. And I think I've saved the best for last, because it is not only one of the oldest towns in India, but also one of the most sacred. The lake you'll swim in is said to have been created by Lord Brahma himself, after some lotus petals fell from his hands, and he is the Hindu god of creation. Bathing in these waters will cleanse your sins, bring you spiritual purification, and help you reflect on your journey so far.
So right now, I'm not sure how full my spirituality pot is, but I can definitely feel that just by being in India and by being in this place that I feel my mind opening up a bit. I mean, I don't know whether it's because your mind, ears, nose has to be open to all of the hecticness that goes on in this country. But maybe that's what spirituality is in India. It's just an antidote to all the chaos outside and a coping mechanism for the busyness of life. I really don't know why I had such a big fear of traveling here before, because actually from the moment I got here, I've loved it. The people are amazing. The atmosphere on the streets is just unrivaled, both the chaotic side and just the energy that radiates. And it's so easy just to jump on a motorbike or jump on a bicycle or just go exploring and just see things you really wouldn't see in other countries. There is no denying there is some sort of spiritual aura in India. I don't know, maybe it's the location and just the general culture in India that fosters the sense of spirituality. Like the setting makes it easier to do so, and I'm really looking forward to what's next to come.
Next time on Detour to Dharma.
I hope his plan is something more than just driving off into the desert alone.
I hope it's not like this the whole way. Ugh. I'm stuck in the sand. Oh God.
Dog bite injured.
Hey, that's got a bit tits up.
Off your camera.
I'm really scared of like getting some sort of illness.
It really hurts.
And she has this like higher power than then that's some like fundamental difference between us.
Hello there, guys. Thank you so much for watching our first episode of Detour to Dharma. We really hope you enjoyed it.
And if you like it and you want to continue following our journey, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you want to become a member and see early access to our future episodes of Detour to Dharma, become a member today.
Awesome. Cool. We'll see you in the next episode, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. Bye.